Hi, it's Meesh again from Mystic Arts Coven in Austin, Texas. I'm also part of Anam Cara, Apothecary and Artistry. I'm here again today with another I'm new to tarot, and I'm going to do a reading in case that might possibly inspire you as well. So, right now I'm shuffling my cards. Okay, and I'm just going to concentrate, to think, to meditate on just the question of basically, what is it that I need to know now? What is it that my guides wish to tell me? And then I'm going to see if anything falls out, and if it doesn't, then I'm just going to draw. So I've shuffled a few times. I'm drawing. Okay, so I have drawn the card. It's called the Hierophant. It's a beautiful card. So again, these cards are the World Spirit Tarot deck by Onsa O'Leary and Jessica. So the way that I'm going to look at this is, what is it that I notice whenever I look at this card? So what I'm kind of seeing here is you've got a person who is definitely a ruler, and you've got two people bowed down at his feet. And in fact, it almost looks like he's standing on their backs. Whether he actually is or not, I'm not quite sure, but they're definitely bowing to him. He also looks to be very fierce and formidable. Also definitely in a position of power. You can kind of tell by the look on his face that, at least based off of this, he doesn't seem to think very highly of his subjects, at least at this moment. And they're definitely in a position of meek powerlessness around him. He's also got a bit of a crown there with what look like some feathers to me. He's holding one arm up. He's got some animal skin on him, a flame, fire. The two people that are around him, one of them doesn't have many clothes on himself, and then the other one is pretty clothes. So I would say that's a man and a woman, my guess. Kind of in the background seems to be dark skies. There's not a lot of light and positive feeling when I look at this. So this is, what do I need to know? The Hierophant. Okay, so I don't get a super positive feeling from this card, but I'm going to look and see what it might say in the book here. Okay, so sometimes it takes me a minute to find the right one. Okay, it's an Aztec priest kneeling in front of the marble platform. And then you've got leopard skins, a feathered headdress, a flaming scepter, gesturing above the man and woman crouching at his feet, with a heavy veil hanging between two pillars. So the Hierophant fosters spiritual growth of his people, just as the emperor governs their secular lives. He teaches us about the sacred forces that lie behind everyday reality. His life revolves around one of the greatest questions of mankind: how are we related to the divine? Having dedicated his life to studying spiritual traditions, the Hierophant is a strong link to the collected genius of our ancestors. He symbolizes these specific teachings at the heart of all religions, offers both the best and the worst ideas of the past. It's up to you to decide which ones are useful. Let's see what else they've got. As leaders throughout history have demonstrated, the Hierophant can get too attached to a particular dogma and even be corrupted by his authority. Like the emperor, he can become rigid and intolerant, demanding conformity and blind adherence. He may forget that each person must ultimately find the sacred in their own way. The wisdom of the ages is only useful if it can be adapted to the present. There's a little bit more here, and I haven't read it yet, but that last little part is what I do see. I didn't recognize exactly that he was kneeling, but I did see that they were at his feet, and that it didn't seem to be a positive thing. It was very much demanding. This says, when the Hierophant appears in a reading, it is time to take stock of your spiritual beliefs. Looking to different teachings and traditions can help point the way. But ultimately, it challenges you to comprehend your relationship with the sacred at a very personal level and follow a path that is truly your own. And I feel like that's something that I'm constantly struggling with throughout my life, but especially these last, few years here, I've kind of been looking for, well, what is that path that I'm on? What is that path that I'm destined to be a part of? I definitely feel like I am doing the right thing, though, in searching and seeking. I don't think that that's the wrong thing. And so I'm not going to take this as super negative. It's more, even though it does kind of have that negative feel to it, but kind of in looking at the pronoia aspect of that, it's like, okay, well, how can I turn that around? What does the negativity give you? So in this negativity, and if this is, someone being demanding and someone saying this is what you have to do, then I guess the pronoia aspect of that is, okay, well, what can I learn from that? And what can I take from that to use on my own? And I don't really have a problem in not following the path that everyone else seems to be taking. I am a follower in a lot of ways, but I've never had an issue with that kind of a following. So I guess there you go. Till next time.